Hello everyone, how are you? This month, I instead of writing to you, I thought I'll just record a video, give you a different perspective, and probably keep this format going forward because it's easy and gives a better method to convey what we really want to do and what we are doing. Topic that I want to cover this month is what we are thinking in the medium and the long term. We have said a lot about the short term and up to December and all, but I wanted to give you a perspective how we are thinking and what are the thoughts behind that thinking and strategy, and what is that we are trying to build here and stay relevant and on top. So first of all, I think everything starts with the dollar. Over my years of experience as a banker and then as a crypto guy, I think dollar still reigns and still rules the world. Um, when we talk of the dollar, what is happening in the markets is that there is tons of liquidity from the governments everywhere, be it the French, be it the Europeans, be it the yuan, be it the euros, everywhere, except that the taps on the USD, the Fed has tightened those taps, which is and will keep on leading a lot of strength into the dollar. I'm not here to give you a lecture on how the the whole dollar works, but more how our strategy is streamlined into practically how the world works and practically how we should think. Now this strong dollar, and we will in my personal opinion will get a lot stronger in the coming days and years, and will lead to a large emerging market chaos in spite of emerging markets leading to devaluing the currencies or issuing more notes of theirs. But I think the strength of the dollar remains and will remain, which will lead to a large equity market liquidations, and that would in turn lead to recessions. And then again, this is a personal point of view, and we have brainstormed internally a lot on that, and we have obviously seen a lot what is already happening. The protests in Hong Kong and Brexit and the inverted US yield curve are not helping the situation at all. So what does this lead to? This leads to safe havens. In every emerging crisis, the biggest and the best safe haven always has been gold. And still it will be. Again, you've already seen gold jump almost 15-20%, and I feel there could be another 50% rise from here in the next 2 to 3 years. But along with that, there is one big element this time, and that is the crypto market, and that is the Bitcoin, which I think will also attract a lot of investments from these funds who have nowhere to go for the yield. So these Bitcoin funds or these crypto funds in general will start investing a lot of money in Bitcoin. But because of the limited supply of Bitcoin, because of the limited scope of Bitcoin, beyond a certain point, I think that money will also flow into cryptos, altcoins as we call them, and primarily into altcoins with lot of use cases, and that in turn I think will lead to the real mass adoption. Money going into these so-called altcoins and risky alternatives like crypto. But the next leg of this mass adoption will not only be driven by these crypto funds putting money in, the institutions going into crypto, but also a lot community driven projects, and projects with real use cases, projects with good token economics, projects with good communities, and so on and so forth. Now that is I think where our thought process comes from, and that is where we are focusing our medium and long term approach on. We are blessed to have a great community. We are blessed to have one of the best token economics. Our sins of the past, I think are behind us, and gradually we are delivering what we promised, and more in September, which I will touch on just now. But we have made mistakes before where we anticipated this mass adoption to occur very quickly, but it did not. And I think this time we are not going to make that mistake. Carefully, one by one, we have to keep on adding products, which leads to users, which leads to liquidity, which and those products, in phase one for now is getting our liquidity and our number of users growing consistently, day on day, month on month, year on year, and there are some announcements for September, which I will make now, and then also licenses, because the market is now getting into a more regulated phase where governments are accepting what crypto is, accepting the companies are, and in fact, if you look at the stable coin wars or the currency wars, the governments themselves are actively seeking a way to build up their own currencies. Um, so thinking of the future and also what does that mean? It means that mass adoption is just around the corner. It might be 12 to 18 months away actually, but this is when you start preparing yourself. This is when you start adding one by one products to your kitty, and these products have to be very well thought. Yes, there are companies who are going after lending, the companies who are going after staking, the companies who are going after security tokens and listings and licenses. We are constantly and thoughtfully analyzing each and everything, and we have everything prioritized and in a plan. It's not final yet. We cannot, because it is ever changing, and changing very rapidly. And two, first, I want to get the liquidity right. I want to get the number of users. I want to get the liquidity to at least $50 million. But at the same time, one by one, you will also see now going forward that we will be start adding products to our kitty. We have to at least start thinking and start adding for the future that I just explained. Be it security platforms or lending, staking, trading, derivatives, margin lending, etc., etc. Everything will come in the next 12, 18 months. But again, focused. Users, liquidity, and one by one, we will make this a very big platform. Now that said, let's dive into what worked for us in August and what's in store for September. I think again, August was a great month. Behind the scenes, the team obviously has been working great, and the COSS wallet was out of beta on 12th of August. We also had the listing of the Rapids and delisting of certain tokens. The IO platform and the first IO was launched. A Cosmonaut program was launched on 22nd of August with a lot of fanfare, and we are excited that the response has been fantastic with signups across 30 countries within just 6-7 days of announcement. The new blockchain EDC was added, and along with that, TCAT was listed. The nodes, BCH, Zen, everything is working fine now. And after the EDC node, now we are planning to work on the NEO node along with the distribution as well as the gas. And that brings us into what is in store for September. I think September is going to be one of the fantastic months for us with deliveries almost every week. Although the deliveries are daily, but again, behind the scenes, you don't see what big things are being achieved. The fiat on and off ramp is coming. Fingers crossed. We are still targeting first week of September. The negative fee and the whole restructuring and making the fee easy took us 2 months to rewrite the entire code, but I'm glad to tell you it's all done now. We are testing, and hopefully within days and hopefully within this week we will be releasing the good news. This was actually a mega task, but makes life easy for everyone. where we will have only four quote pairs going forward: USDT, COSS, Bitcoin, and Ether. And FSA will also be streamlined into a couple of these, like we have initially announced. But again, we are delivering what we promised, and that is most important. KYC platform has been fixed. There were a lot of complaints about that, and we are keeping that under observation. There you will see more about the negative fee announcement. We are making it more attractive and making some changes that you will see next week. The Cosmonaut application is ongoing, so I request all of you to please come and register and apply. We will begin with making introductions with the team and our applicants, and there are some plans for the whole program. The referral program that you have been asking, I'm hoping to deliver this month. Hopefully by third week of September. But again, I'm taking a buffer till end of the month. There are many other things planned for this month alone, and you will see we are focusing a lot on to get on the liquidity, fixing our platform, making sure we are as secure as ever, making sure that new projects are listed, making sure that the entire community gets everything out of it. And then last but not the least, combining what we are doing, combining to our long-term program. The idea basically is that we serve the community, because mass adoption of crypto without sharing that with community is not possible. We are blessed that we already have that token economics with us, and whatever we add, whatever we do, we want to continue sharing that with you. That does mean very tight spreads for us to operationally work, but I think if we cross a certain stage and a certain hurdle, we will all be very blessed. So stay blessed, and thank you very much for supporting us. Continue to support us. We are not going to let you down. Thank you.